now you're getting paid. Go ahead, Darren.
Right, Bruce. Already we have over 10 ad networks paying us to just see the ads. This isn't things you have to click on or buy. We have over 400 stores signed up for the cashback shopping, which are being loaded in now. But the most important piece right now that really is a disruptive technology, changing things, changing the way the Internet's going to work and the way marketers reach us, is the mailbox cashbox. And if you look at it from their perspective, they're actually getting a triple dip on some of these offers, and that's why they're willing to pay premium rates to get these offers out to you. One, you're going to be checking your mailbox cashbox, see what's being mailed out to you. So they're reinforcing their brand, and you're waiting for these cards. Now, a lot of these cards and envelopes will have extra codes or a simple question you have to answer, so they'll pay even more if you come back to the mailbox cashbox to enter that code. It could be 75 cents, $1, possibly more. So now they're getting their name in front of you again, and the key to these marketers are they just want you to see their offers, know they're read, not going into the mail, into the garbage, like most junk mail that we all get. And if we could do that and do that effectively by bringing our friends and neighbors into just the free portion of this, this is going to be huge, and it's going to be a force to be reckoned with, both online and off, because no one's ever brought the people together like this, tied together for the benefit of the whole. So this free part of the site is the most important. If you do nothing at all, become a member of Mailbox Cashbox and just join this flow, getting the cash from that.
And that gives them a free enrollment in the Mailbox Cashbox. It also gives them a nice email product, some of the world's coolest email. I mean, there's people out there spending fortunes trying to get this type of technology together. I spoke to a gentleman who may be on here tonight, and he was selling systems that were similar. And he actually said they were trying to develop the things that have already been developed here, like self-destructing email, video emails, interchangeable instant messaging through AOL, Yahoo, Google Talk, cashback shopping and sharing and all the revenue. Nobody out there is doing something like this. And, you know, we talk about something that's very important to us, and that's that we don't want this to be something that you would consider to be another job. This is not anything like that. Again, this is something that takes little or no effort, and it's easy, and that's real important. It's about as easy as what I'm about to illustrate right here. My brother, who is got a CPA background and now is the chief financial officer for a media company, told me about a year ago to go over to LinkedIn and check it out. He sent me an email, and I connected to his place here on LinkedIn. Well, I'm slow. I'll be the first to admit it. I'm from Montana. Things go just about like they do in the islands. You just take a nice, slow, easy pace with things. I've got 10 connections there. But the bottom line is through my brother's connections, Darren's connections, our COO connections, my nephew's connections, I've got over 1,100 people that I am directly connected through my connections to. And through their connections, my network is over 159,000 people. And just imagine if you, as a free person who does nothing more than participates in the Mailbox Cashbox program and receives your cut, the $300 to $500 a year, in receiving the junk mail that you're getting already, and you get a few people in your front line to do it, say 5 or 6, and those turn into maybe 700 or 800 on your first level, maybe 1,800 on your second level, and now you're getting, just as a free member, 2% of that $300 that each of them are getting. I don't do the math anymore because I've taken math twice in 4th grade, twice in 5th grade, and I've taken freshman algebra 4 years in a row. So I consider myself to be that math major. So I like everybody else to have a little shot at it. So you do the math. Take $6 and multiply it by 30,000 people, which could be a very realistic number of people that you could be directly and indirectly responsible for bringing to PeopleString and participating in the Mailbox Cashbox program. Darren, you did the math. What does that come up to?
Well, first of all, I'm glad you're not the CFO because we are a public company. But I think the key is, too, it's easy to get 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 people under you. And just just look at how many people you're connected to on a Facebook or a MySpace. And then say, well, if I made a couple bucks a year from them, and well, if I know someone that works in a business and they're ordering from Staples or Office Depot, and I'm making a little bit of money every time they order. Now, you don't know what they're ordering, but you know, and then Christmas time rolls around, and there's all the online shopping that people do at Amazon and Barnes & Noble, plus all the mail offers that come out hot and heavy in the fourth quarter of the year. So it's just a way to take money out of the pockets of middlemen. Yeah, I think one thing that we've learned now is that we got to cut all these middlemen out, and that's what technology is doing. And what PeopleString does, it takes it offline. And if you could just start making a couple bucks a year on a lot of people, create this social network tied together financially. Well, Facebook has 175 million people. When we have a third of that, we're going to be a force to be reckoned with. And we're going to be able to drive better deals for us, the people of us. Think of it, I don't like using this term, but it's almost like a people's union coming together. You know, there are no union dues. We're all together, and we're all leveraging off of each other using modern, internet technology to do what they don't want us to do. They've tried so hard to keep us separate. In a way, it's time that the technology brings us together and we move as one. And it's going to be very disruptive to a lot of middlemen out there right now. Right, Bruce?
Definitely. And I like the story that you've told from time to time, Darren, and I guess it's not a story, it's actually the truth. Look at AIG. Everybody's heard about AIG in the news and them taking these horrendous bonuses. You know, the stockholders could have done something about that, but they couldn't get together on it. And if they had, this type of a situation would have never happened. In fact, if a number of stockholders with a number of different banking institutions would have just come together, they could have stopped this whole fiasco that we call today a recession or a collapse in our economies. Now, I'm all about making big money, and I've made some good money in the past, and maybe you have too. But here's a situation that we have been perplexed with here just recently because of some of the developments that have taken shape with PeopleString's technology and our relationships with different marketing groups. As Darren had alluded to, there are over 12 different marketing groups that are working with us now, Darren?
We're at 12 right now. Soon to add a 13th, which could be quite interesting for all of us.
And that's the call that I am making at this time, which makes this kind of a very unique and timely affair, and that basically would be my third talking point tonight, just how timely this is. If we had looked to do this a year ago, what would have been our success rate?
Well, people didn't care a year ago about making an extra couple $100 a year. But all of a sudden, we all realize the value of a dollar, A year ago, $200, $300, $400, $500 a year, no big deal. No big deal. You know what? Everyone was rolling in dough. It takes a little shake-up to realize on both the consumer side and also the marketer side, because they realize that putting up these billboards and splashing their ads across all these sites aren't effective either. And that's what's created a very unique opportunity for PeopleString, because right now it's important to be penny wise. And on the internet, you realize how fast all this money adds up. And that's why all these sites that are out there and all these middlemen are selling our names and putting ads in our place and mailing us things. They're making a ton of money, but we're using our technologies to cut them out of the picture.
And what we've got, for those of you who would like to turn this into a small business, maybe a work-at-home mom or someone who's just having a little trouble making ends meet, or perhaps they've cut back at work, or your 401ks aren't quite where they should be, or your company has stopped matching your monies in your 401k. An entrepreneur package is available for those of you who see the big picture. We do need the help with what's coming online here. Our growth is going to be faster than we could have ever expected. We have people signing up to BigString, and I mean PeopleString, BigString being our parent corporation.